boys, the Saints won on the weekend. But being happy about Saints footy doesn't really go with the sad Sainers shtick. So he's out this week with joy awareness. But you know what they say about good teams? The hallmark of a good team is that their depth can stand up when called upon and slot seamlessly into the side. So it brings me great pleasure, actually, to welcome the Jaron Geary of this podcast, the self-anointed Podfather himself.
Podfather, that's it.
Marshy,
Hey.
how are you?
Yep, lads and listeners. How we doing?
Good, mate. No mulligans or clips for you at the start like you've copped on other pods that I've heard.
What's that?
No clips for you at the start like Nathan usually does.
Yeah, he likes to go to the clips, doesn't he?
Yeah, no, we're gonna look after you tonight. We went to the draft and we took the best available talent.
Yeah, that's it. Like the mid to late season draft.
Yeah, it was a shame. Our first pick was in the 70s, but
that's it.
There it is. There's the clip.
Yeah, there you go. I reckon Nathan's going to be hard pressed to get back into that hot seat over there. You did well.
Oh, thanks, mate. Well, David King with the intro was so good to have him on the pod.
I don't know. It was a Nathan impression. Come on.
That was some freakish mix of Kingy and Nathan, I reckon.
The two people
struggling to understand. I was struggling to gauge where.
It was premiership standard.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah. No, just back on Marshy. You've rolled in tonight with a Red Rooster bucket hat as well.
Yeah, how's the
which
lid?
is awesome.
It's actually the comfiest bucket hat I've ever worn.
You're looking comfy.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. No, it's very good to be here, and it's just the smell in the air. I don't know about you guys, but the weather's turning. We saw on the weekend, and you're starting to get that scent of disappointment being Sainers, and when everyone's going, oh, it's finals footy, it's just disappointment that we're not there this year.
Yeah.
The calculator's been thrown in the bin. We're not making it. So,
especially in such an even season as well, it feels like such a wasted opportunity, right?
It's like the best season of footy we've seen for so long, and we don't get to participate, it feels like.
Or even have a chance of participating on the last day of the season.
It's so saintish that there's 14 teams or thereabouts that are a chance to make finals, and we're not one of them. We're true bottom 4 or 5 behaviour at the minute.
I wanted the Premier League experience of being at the game, like on the last day of the season. You got the radio in, listening to the other games, seeing how the results go, seeing if you're going to make it in on 0.3%. But we're not going to get it this year.
No.
Because how exciting was that West Coast Doggies game last year when they rolled? Yeah, that was the most excited I've ever been for a game of football that didn't include the Saints. And mind you, 4-point floggings of Carlton's always pretty tasty.
Yeah.
And how about those Bombers, eh?
Smack Andrew.
Oh my God, it was delicious.
Yeah. Oh, it was Saturday night. That's probably the best round of footy you'll ever see. I don't always watch a heap of footy every weekend. I get a bit footied out. But this weekend I was watching every game, and fucking what a week to do it. So good.
It was when Mac gave him the big shoot. But then you saw the camera view behind, and you saw the crowd.
Yeah.
But that is, I just had it on slow motion, and I was just freeze framing it and zooming in on all these just ferals in the Essendon colours. It was just... it's sad that you get more joy these days as a Sainer out of others' misfortune, because we're not quite in the game for finals.
That is a bit of an English kind of attitude, Premier League kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Did you guys go to the Saints game on Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't make it.
I didn't make it either, no. I wasn't the most motivated. I'll be honest.
I was thinking about games that meant something, and that was not necessarily one of them.
Especially after the high of the footy marathon I had the day before. I was just then getting up, and just the thought of and the weather was nice as well.
That's right, yeah.
The thought of a dead rubber under the dome just wasn't really too appealing.
I think the fact that it was an away game was what pushed me over the edge. I think if it had been a Saints home game, I would have been there.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't giving the Richmond Football Club money.
Well, I was there because
I could hear you.
I'm not soft. But so it was honestly Richmond, where they've got 100,000 members. I want to know how many are pet memberships, because dead set, they are the softest fan base. Correction, Melbourne are the softest fan base.
Correct.
Followed by Richmond. And then It was the most inflated 20 because I went in the match report to see what the crowd was. It was the most inflated 21,000 or 20,000 capacity or attendance I've ever seen. It felt like dead set 15,000.
Do you reckon they were bringing their cats into the ground, scanning the pet membership in?
What do they call them? The service dogs or whatever. The companion dogs, whatever.
A lot of blind Richmond supporters.
I was going to go there, but
this is the one
Fair
time
enough.
where we kind of like, there was quite a few Sainers. There would have been at least 2,000 Sainers there. And then, Richmond. It was an interesting game because there was more jeu de vie, more live when we got the week before when we got flogged by Brisbane than there was in the game yesterday. It was just the most flattest. Yeah, it was pretty uneventful. How did you guys consume it?
I watched it at home and I couldn't concentrate the whole time. I was just getting distracted by just everything else around me. And so I watched maybe like a half in total. But yeah, I found it really
distracting you.
Everything else, just like stuff like I was just on my phone. I went out and I think I did my washing during it.
watch the paint dry.
Genuinely. I found it was a tough watch. What about you, Finn?
Yeah, I watched it from home as well. It was a weird game. It wasn't like one of those games where it's so weird that you can't look away. It was like weird in I feel a bit uncomfortable kind of way. Like, is this football that we're watching?
Yeah.
Or is this something else? But, always good to get a win. I just don't think it's one I'm going to look back on or even remember in 6 months' time.
Yeah, that was a game. It's like everything to lose, nothing to gain. Like if we lose, we're a basket case. The wheels are off. But if we won, and it's just like, oh yeah, who cares? And then Philippou being laid out, I was like, just God, that took the wind out of my sails. That was brutal.
Daddy Power played all right.
Yeah.
Laid in, yeah.
That was a nice goal by him.
That was.
Sidestepped his brother,
Good.
which we love to see. Thompson.
Poor old Tommy.
Tom, yeah. Great name.
And I think Marshall sealed All Australian. He's going to be in the consideration.
He's definitely in consideration, yeah.
I can only think of like Big O.
No, it would be, I'd be pretty convinced it'd just be Gawn, Cherry and Marshall to choose from.
Surely not Gawn these days. Is he still a hot ticket?
He is. The only thing against Gawn is the number of games he's played.
Yeah.
I don't know how many he has played this year, but like he's been awesome.
I feel like he's been out for a while though.
I think he's only missed like 3.
Oh.
2, 3. And Cherry's unreal. Cherry, I captained him in my fantasy final and he dropped in AFL fantasy and he dropped a 175 bomb. Like the biggest score in the competition all year almost.
Jeepers.
As a captain in my final.
Didn't Marshall get the highest score in the fantasy? There's one game where
There's
he went
one game
turbo.
he's gone I've got Cherry and Marshall
Oof.
in a draft.
Heavy
In a
hitters.
draft?
In a draft, yeah.
What's the rest of the people in your comp doing?
Nothing, mate. I'm a reigning premier. I finished top again this year.
They're going the Grant Thomas model. They've got Cozzy and the Ruck or thereabouts, but don't really believe in Ruckman.
Jason Blake rolling around the centre bounce.
Jason Blake, not Cozzy, Jason Blake, yeah. But is that sliding doors moments? Is Cherry the one that got away for a future second round? We're haggling, and we want to give Northlight, not even a Mars bar.
That is an interesting one because what will we do with both of them this year?
Hey, put Marshall forward. I don't know.
It'd be like a Sean Darcy, Luke Jackson situation.
Yeah.
We'd be accused of like not getting the best out of both of them.
It is hard to say with these kinds of things because you just don't know how a player is going to develop or mesh in a different side. Like it could have gone totally different.
Another sliding doors is Sam Draper as well.
Well,
I'm glad we didn't get him.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that?
I'm glad we didn't get him.
Yeah, same. Essendon had him penned up for a while, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, I wouldn't want to be stuck with him for that long.
Egg of his Draper's little, everyone's doing like the pistols and you're like, oh,
Did you see the Gold Coast Twitter?
Yeah.
The picture of the Draper and the shooter with the caption, both came second.
Yes. Yeah, that was spicy.
That's a fatality.
That
is a GTA wasted.
And coming from Gold Coast, because usually it's the GWS. They're the good ones at doing those sorts of social interactions. And Gold Coast are just like so flaccid usually. But yeah, that was a crisp one. We're like, oh, good for you, Gold Coast. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's another win.
It's another win. 2 wins in a day. That's club first.
And Port as well were still pretty good against Melbourne. in front of an empty MCG.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's 16,000, wasn't it?
16.
That's pathetic.
Again, that's an inflated one too, because you're looking at that and you're like, how is that 16,000?
It's always hard to tell with the G because it's so.
I mean, like
True.
a ground at 16% capacity is just unforgivable, really.
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
You'd be able to just like set up camp and I don't know, do whatever you want. Get
Yeah,
a bit
you'd
of
be able to
land.
lie down in the seats, do what you want. Yeah.
Anyway, might move on. Bit of serious, like we take the piss here, we joke around, but there was a pretty poor situation that the club handled pretty terribly during the week about like the whole Graham Allen meeting Taron Thomas in a public restaurant in Carlton.
Mm-hmm.
So, like Taron Thomas, he's been accused. I don't know. I'll just quickly go over his rap sheet. Like accused by 3 different women who reported to the AFL of domestic violence. He's got charges pending of harassing a former partner over text and phone calls. I'm pretty sure. And yeah, how'd you guys feel about it when you heard it?
Pretty disturbing, to be honest. I know, it's just like a meeting. It's not like they were taking it any further. Well, we don't know, I guess, but just even that, quite disturbing based on where I feel like we should be at as a football club and where I thought we were at. Kind of takes a bit of shine off in my eyes. I was pretty disappointed this week.
Yeah, 100%. And my dad summed it up pretty well, at least I thought, when we were just talking about it. And he just says it's just a bit saintish
Definitely.
for us to find ourselves in a situation like that where it's just like Grant Thomas is on the record as saying that footy clubs aren't that sophisticated. People sort of look outside going, all right, at the end of the day, it's just, it perhaps not as slick as you might think, because I reckon 95% of our fan base, all walks of life, you put that scenario to them and they'd give it the nah. I wouldn't be doing that. But if you're someone who's getting paid top dollar and you're sort of spearheading a part of that, you got to ask a few questions. It was just, not a good look. And it was almost as if we were asking ourselves, how can we make this year? We haven't got a club statement yet this year. How can we just maybe sink the slipper in just a little bit more? And I think we achieved it.
Yeah. Fully self-inflicted. It's just like, as you said, very, very saintish.
Yeah, it's not good to see that disconnect between what the public's expectations are of football players now and in like AFL land. It's still obviously quite a fair way off of what we'd expect. And also it is saint-like to have the least amount of foresight of meeting someone like that in public and getting caught. Because I'm sure other clubs would talk to him.
Yeah, well, Essendon, they
Brad Scott,
at the start of the year, but I think that was before a lot of other sort of, the next wave of things came to light. So I don't know. It's just, a bit desperate or very desperate and just not where we're at. But on the flip side, it's kind of highlighted some really good, I guess, actions from within the club. Also externally with the massive swell of people saying we're not,
That was good, yeah.
That was really good. But I think having Priesty, our AFLW captain, Nick Dalsano, the AFLW coach, Mason Wood, a lot of these figures just straight up saying that's not us. So, let's not do that.
Yeah. There's a small part of it as well, like obviously not the biggest issue here, somewhat a result of a small Victorian club who never gets like draft concessions other small clubs do, and we don't bottom out, is a result of us just being just so desperate to get any kind of talent through the door in any which way possible.
Yeah.
That play part of it.
I'd rather Graham Allen having spotted having a meeting with the likes of a Bailey Smith, just really just going, because he's available and it's always the same usual suspects. And you're right, it's like it's a bit small club mentality, but it's always the Hawthorns, the Geelongs, Essendons, always into these players, these guns, or really highly rated players. It's never us. So I just want to go back to our 2021 season mantra. Why not us?
Why
Why not us? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, it'd be good to see a lot more ambition.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, why do we have to scrape? Like what you're saying too about, not getting the concessions and not having the father sons and all the other stuff. Like, yeah, that's true. The league is extremely compromised. We all know that. We're not going to be a club that is going to kind of ever be successful for a long period of time. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
But more ambition is how you at least try and take the next step and not going for the absolute bottom of the barrel stuff.
I think what the AFL would say is just like, they would just point at the ladder this year and go, look, the competition's the most even it's ever been. What are you complaining about? But like, there's just the difference between giving us concessions to excel and what they're doing now is which is just giving us, or we get just enough to not bottom out. And we get stuck in that rut. We've been stuck in that rut for like 8 years.
Yeah.
Feels like more than that.
More than that, yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
10, 12.
And of course, some of that is also our fault, like bad list management and everything, and all the richer years and everything.
Oh, yeah.
But,
yeah, that's it. Yeah, we're not exactly choir boys in this scenario.
No, of course not. But,
we've been naughty.
North are bad for like 3 years and they get all the priority picks and all the academies and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was a golden age of Saints footy when we got the priority picks that helped land us like that draft of Rewald and all of that.
Yeah.
Give us, I want just one more dose of that. One more dose. God, come on. We're due.
Surely.
We're due.
Definitely. There's got to be, if you finish if you don't make finals for so many years, there's something going wrong. Just throw us a bone, AFL.
Yeah.
Just give us a sniff,
And
a
also-
little crumb.
Yeah.
Just give us a second round of your dogs.
You won't.
All right, big news, boys. I accidentally left my TV on Sunday afternoon and it accidentally ran into bounce.
I'm sure that was an accident.
Yeah. Oh, turn it up this week. First video in a room full of like 10-year-olds or 12-year-olds was a bloke lying face down on gravel dirt with his pants down with a sprinkler in his ass.
What?
The sprinkler goes all the way to his ass. He rolls over and then it explodes all the sparks.
Well, this is on at like 3:50 p.m.
Yeah, this is about 7 o'clock. We're getting into prime time.
Oh, right, of course. Yeah, last game of the round. Yeah.
And I think Dicko afterwards is like, Moose is like, so after the video, he gets up and, the wife wasn't too happy with him. And to that we say, turn it up.
I didn't think it was still going, the bounce.
But
It's got to be on its last leg.
it's constantly got a new generation of fans.
Oh, God. Like, imagine how sad you'd be to go on that show, like the audience.
Well, you can't.
That's
well,
like
actually, hang on a second.
That's like the people who send in texts to Triple J. It's like, why bother? Or call up and say,
or
I'm having a
Dwayne's show,
party.
you call, you get on
No,
SEN.
that's all right because you're a chance of winning a prize with that, and like you're actually contributing something. Whereas Triple J, no one gives a shit. Oh, I'm at work and I love that tune, man. Like, no one cares. It's pointless. It's
Triple J is different. Well, SEN, the callers, they add to the content. They get to voice their opinion.
They create
exactly.
the
And
content.
they create it. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, Dwayne's world is nothing without the fans. But
Mate, you call, you get on.
so while Gazy's been at the Olympics, was he back from the Olympics? Or was
I don't
Moons
think-
doing the turn it up?
Moons is doing it, I'm pretty sure.
He
yeah.
has to be the most
brutal.
unfunniest. Sorry, like I hate Mooney and
He's so-
Dicko and Ben Dixon's on it
No,
as well.
Dicko, yeah, he's
Ben
just
Dixon.
yeah, he is on it, and he's just a non kind of
He
entity
sucks
to me.
as well.
They've got
Like-
blokes from the boys club who weren't like boys clubby enough for the big time, and so they just shoved them into the
Do
corner.
they just do they keep getting gigs? They just blend into the background, don't they?
Yeah, because like we need to take Ben Dixon. This is one of my bugbears, one of my Saints footy bugbears.
Oh,
we need
yeah.
to take Ben Dixon to VCAT, right? Because years ago, remember when he came out and he said that every team should have a specialised goal kicking coach?
Genius marketing move.
Yeah. Wait, this is like, no win, no fee, basically, is what he said. Is that, I guarantee that go in there and if it doesn't work, no pay.
Yeah.
Well, he ruined Tim Membry.
Yeah.
Tim Membry could have been running these classes, and he's come in, and our kicking went from shit to the worst in the league. But we always had Membry going, oh, he was lauded every time he lined up. The commentator saying he doesn't miss. Oh, Ben Dixon rolls it down, and then he leaves us in just a pile of shit. And ever since he's left us, he kicks us every chance he gets from the boundary. Sure, on the bounce. So Ben Dixon.
They give him a kick on panel shows about St Kilda's goal kicking still.
Good.
They hold him a little bit accountable at least. And he just has this like guilty little smile when they mention it.
I really want this to be. I'm gonna dig it up. I'm gonna do an expose on Ben Dixon. It's Ben Dixon. Journalism. Turn it up.
Well done, Marshy. Well done.
That's the best turn it up I've seen. The second one on Turn It Up.
Okay, you give this show a lot of shit, but you cannot deny if they offered you front row tickets, you would be there in a heartbeat.
Oh, can you please
That would be
go?
so funny. A bunch of 10-year-olds and me going, Turn It Up in the front. The second one was like this, like it looked like a child in Africa who was on, I don't know what this thing's called, like one of those band things that goes really fast. What are they called? Like a motorized band that you could
a treadmill?
It's like a treadmill, but like very.
What's it doing?
I don't know, mate.
Is it transport? Is it an exercise?
No. It's like a little building, machinery kind of thing.
Like a conveyor belt.
Like conveyor belt kind of thing. Very small. And this guy, some African guy in like a crumbly hut, just grabs it and then just flies over the top of it because it's going so fast.
That was the whole video.
That was it.
What? So did he fall off?
So he's like putting something through it or something like that, and then he grabs it and then just flies over the top like you would on a bike going over the
like when
handlebars.
people like go on a treadmill that's going too fast.
Yeah, but it's this little conveyor saw belt thing. Yeah,
it is criminal that show is on TV. That is.
No, but it was great when Spud was on it because he understood the shtick.
He did, yeah. I think what keeps it alive is that their audience is just like constantly changing. It's just like a 2-year window. These kids watch this show, they move on, the new ones come in straight away, and so they're not sick of the old segments. By the time they are, they're watching other stuff.
They've turned 13.
So every time, the audience is always has fresh eyes. That's my theory.
So it burns bright and quickly.
And then new kids are in. They love Turn It Up too.
Is the Golden Fist? Who's doing the Golden Fist these days? Is it
Didn't get that far into it.
Yeah.
I knew nothing's going to top the Hive Turn It Up.
After your second Turn It Up, you're like, that's it.
Yeah.
My day can't get any better than this. I'm turning it off.
I reckon. So we've been talking off air about what guys, because we've got the Flag Saints.
Yeah.
We've got the Sad Sainter.
Mm-hmm.
I feel guys just a little bit just not quite with it at the moment. I reckon you need to start up one, Turn It Up, where it's just you just reviewing the Turn It Ups. So you're doing a Turn It Up on the Turn It Ups.
That actually
is funny. Yeah.
That's a great idea. And it could build into something where they end up doing a Turn It Up on you turning it up on them turning it up.
You can have real Turn It Up wars.
Meta Turn Up. Turn It Up. God.
So let it marinate.
Yeah, there's too many meme pages. It's a saturated space.
No, but that's your point of difference.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You did just say you bought a camera.
I have, yeah. That's for private use. No jokes.
In the goon cave.
Yeah, the goon cave. I'm still yet to get any evidence that anyone's ever listened to this podcast from real life.
Honestly, yeah, me too. Yeah. Marshy, can you confirm that we have listeners?
We got loads.
I'm still not convinced.
I'll show you.
This pod still exists in this kind of weird like bubble for me. It's detached from reality in my mind.
Nathan always comes into this pod with stories about how he goes to the platform and he's like, I got recognized. Like people wanted like a photo with me and like people asked me to sign shit. I was like, I don't believe you. I do not believe you.
And every time it's happened, none of us have been there.
Yeah, that's right.
He's always by himself.
That's right.
That's true.
Yeah,
what about you, Mr. Flag Saints? Have you been stopped at the games?
I haven't yet.
Oh, no.
I'm not expecting it, but it would be pretty amazing, to be honest.
It just indulge me for a moment, but running the Flag Saints page, do you get any sort of like odd direct messages, or is everyone just pretty? It is what it is.
I've copped to. I mean, I can't really think of one off the top of my head, but in my time of what, I don't know, 1,200 days or whatever crap
it's like you're on an island.
Yeah. I've definitely received a few rogue messages here and there. I've received some very good submissions as well.
Okay.
Which is always good.
We like that, yeah.
Yeah. And I've had some good chats with Saints fans along the way as well. So it's
lovely.
It's been mostly a wholesome experience. One that really sticks in my mind was after we got belted by GWS in the elimination final. And I got this guy just commenting just over and over on the post that day being like, your club is tin pot, like you're so shit, blah, blah, blah. And I was thinking like, what are you talking about, mate? Like you go for GWS. Like, it could be more of a tin pot club. The guy supported Carlton.
Oh no.
I was like, what are you even doing here?
That would explain some of your beef with Carlton supporters.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Does that beef need explaining?
Nah. Carlton supporters that I've come across have always been usually pretty tame. Like they've known their spot. Compared to Essendon supporters that generally have these just lofty expectations and this is like kind of entitlement.
I would say Carlton supporters under the age of 25 who haven't seen any idea of
they're
success.
in a similar boat to us.
Yeah, I think they're generally better. But it's that older bracket, maybe in your bracket of Carlton fans that they're just insufferable.
Insufferable, and they just it's just the genetics, like it's in their blood.
It's hereditary.
It's hereditary that they just we won all these flags when they didn't really matter. And the last one, because to me, I don't count flags. AFL era, they count,
except for 66.
But no, I've reset since the expansion teams. And when Tassie comes in, that's when it's actually a meaningful flag for me. So we're all in a few years, we're all going to be starting on zero, and hopefully that's when our rebuild's done, and we could be like the most successful team of the new era.
Well, another question: if we beat Fitzroy on that story day in 1913, we'd be claiming that every day of the week.
Doesn't the story go that we did beat them, but they had a rule then that you could challenge?
Yeah.
So we actually...
Is that what happened that year? I know that was the rule. Okay.
So we actually won the first grand final.
We flagged it up, and then they're like, we challenge you. Like, as if you're not going to challenge.
Oh, of course.
No.
It's like, you have the option to challenge.
What a strange feeling that would be in the ground. You're winning a grand final, but you've still got to beat them again next week.
Yeah.
That'd just be bizarre.
That's it. And that's why they just don't matter. Like 1966, that was a fair flag, I reckon.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So, and then, but it just goes back to the Carlton people just expecting to be good, and the last flag that they won, they cheated. So it's just like, turn it up, Carlton.
Turn it up.
But it's good. It's just like, the people in my age bracket, they're like, oh, you go for Saints and shit. I'm like, we have been better than you in our lifetimes together, pal.
Yeah.
We've always had the wool over Carlton for as long, since I've been a little kid. So
Since the noughties, it's been Saints Footy, baby.
That's it. That's the trademark.
But speaking of new eras, did you guys get a letter or an email about a new logo? Were you consulted?
Or consulted?
Apparently the members were consulted.
Were you consulted?
I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I read that during the week, and that raised my eyebrow as well. I was like, hang on a second. Which member? I was sure you would have, because you're you're the number one ticket holder.
No. I just want to know which members they were, because I reckon
just be the members on the board.
I reckon Eric's in the war room.
Yeah. Do you reckon Charlie Clausen's in the war room?
He has to be. Yeah, he's a big dog. Like Molly, I reckon Molly's there. Like just basically the A grade celebrities.
Jane Bunn should be.
Yeah, Jane
around.
be consulting.
I want to say Tracy Grimshaw.
Is Tracy Grimshaw a Sainer?
I reckon in like the 2009 grand final week, she rocked up on ACA in a Saints beanie. I have that. I've been looking for that image ever since.
Strange memory.
But I remember seeing that and being like
a fever dream.
Tracy, you're a real one.
But I still love Tracy Grimshaw, but like the only memory I have of her was when she had that interview with Corey Worthington. She's like,
take your glasses off, Corey.
Like,
No. What do you have to say, Corey?
Yeah, Tracy. I hope she's doing well. Wonder what she's doing these days.
Probably still the same thing.
No, she left a current affair.
She bounced.
There was a big hoo-ha about it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Bigger than Farnsey.
God, like a Dustin Martin kind of retirement, just upped and left.
Yeah, no. This was protracted. It went for a while.
Yeah, she got the full montage.
Yeah, she got about 10 laps.
Yeah.
I think we will quickly go to a break then. Don't turn off your sets.
So yeah, new logo. What are we thinking?
Ooh,
What do you want to see?
I'm really scared.
I had a real visceral reaction to that news because it's never changed in my lifetime. Ever since I've come across the Saints, it's been that logo the whole entire time.
How saintish could we go about it?
Oh God,
that's what I was
It makes me
thinking,
so nervous. Our logo, as it is one of the best things, one of the only things we have going for our club.
Yeah.
It's iconic, it's recognizable, it's traditional, it's perfect. Maybe if you want to thicken up the lines, modernize it a bit.
I want just a slightly modernized trim around the outside.
Like maybe similar to
I
what
think
they
it looks
did.
a little bit outdated in that respect from a graphic design respect.
Definitely.
But what could we do to the poor thing?
We could do a lot.
I'm just
do a lot.
like I went trawling through the big footy graphic design board. I was holding in vomit at some of the stuff going on there. It's just really scary.
I reckon we're dropping the shield, the crest.
No way.
I reckon the crest will be fallen.
Oh,
What?
I don't know. Yeah, obviously, I'm none the wiser, but I reckon we're dropping the crest because it's kind of on the nose. So if you look over in the rugby union, for example, in New Zealand, they got the Canterbury Crusaders.
mm-hmm.
Yes.
So we've got the Crusader shield, and obviously that represents a group of people, just a bit of. If you want to get deep into it, it's
That's a little bit different though.
Well, that's what it is. Like they call it the Crusaders shield.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what it symbolises. I think that's where it came from. Potentially.
But St Kilda has never had any religious affiliations.
But the logo itself.
The logo itself with the cross.
That's what I mean. So that's why I reckon we could be getting geared up for something. That is, not that I've heard anyone have say anything bad or just controversial about it, but that's just, because I wasn't consulted. So
You're not mates with Tracy.
I'm not Tracy, she hasn't broken that news. But yeah.
As long as they keep, if they have to change the primary logo, do it if you must. I'll look away. But you have to keep the crest on the jumper. That is a non-negotiable for me.
Okay.
Because that has been there since 1930 on the jumper.
1933, yeah.
Well,
do you guys remember this? They published an article last year, the story of how how the logo was permanently instilled.
Yeah, the game against North.
Where we finished with 15 players.
Yep.
And a few of those 15 had been knocked out in the game and kept going.
They did not pass their HIAs in the year 1933.
Imagine being at that game. Imagine being in the aisle that day. You'd just want to run through a wall.
We showed them shin bonus spirit.
And also, what kind of speech is the coach giving at 3/4 time to 15 blokes who've got brain damage?
To 16-year-old Dick Johnson.
Yeah.
Get out there, lad.
Mate, you're 16. You've been knocked out twice. You can't feel your left leg, but just keep running.
They need you at the factory tomorrow, mate. So come on.
You've just come off an 18-hour shift, but I reckon you've got one more quarter of footy left in you.
No, you're going to be at the steel factory tomorrow at 6 tomorrow, boys. But and then I had something hot, but yeah. That's it. No, they're getting run through the brick wall. It's just like, now, none of you chaps are going to remember this one, but the fans will never forget.
That's really
so
good.
Go out there and get some football. That's football, baby. So I reckon let's just say that the crest is gone, I reckon we're really feeding into the STK. A la Essendon. You know how Essendon did their change? Because I was sort of looking at other teams that changed their logos.
Oh, when they went for the monogram and they're 150?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, sort of that EFC,
Oh, right.
So I reckon we could be getting Saint KFC.
Goodness, man.
In a
Maybe.
monogram.
Sort of like your Carltons. Ooh.
Yeah,
We couldn't.
Your Port.
your Ports.
Port stole theirs as well. New one from a graphic designer who posted on like some kind of big footy board or something like that.
What, did they straight up nicked
They
it?
straight up nicked it. And then the
That's
design
crazy.
company's
that's
like,
right. Yeah.
where do we send the invoice? And they had the date of the post. It's the exact same logo.
Yeah, whatever happened with that? Was it settled
Dunno.
out?
Don't know.
Dogs.
Don't keep up with Port Big Footy.
Yeah. It's fancy Port, having a sook about plagiarism. Because then, they're not allowed to wear their tops.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And then they just go and dog the graphic designer. Pay the bloke $1,500 and move on.
Yeah.
Like,
Who gets
whatever.
chosen to design a new Saints logo? What is that process? It can't be the in-house people, surely.
We should have a competition.
There should be a comp, yeah.
We should all do a competition.
Oh, God,
Sainted
that's-
Love
Sainted
competition.
That's a really slippery slope.
But none of us want it changed. So
Yeah,
we'd all
we
be
just all
reluctantly
submit.
participating against their will.
We all submit the current logo.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
That's how you end up with a Boaty McBoatface-esque logo,
yeah.
just like a piss take that wins on popular vote.
Maybe we could incorporate like a bunch of our old sponsors into the new logo, like Deliveroo, Pura Milk in there, in the permanent logo.
They have to, the only rule is they have to have gone under. They can't be.
yeah.
We need to get BLK out of administration.
Yeah, that's right.
Centrebet, get them back. Bill Express.
Bill Express. Yeah, Centrebet. I got that jersey. That was like 2014, whatever one it was. It was just like you put $50 in and then you got a top.
Yeah.
Well, it's $50 for a top. And then I just put it on the Saints to win and
They lost.
they lost. But
Do
we
all
got
of
a
our-
top for $50.
Is that a good question? Do all of our previous sponsors, do any of them exist anymore?
Well, Pura's still going strong. I love how they've come back.
Yeah.
Pura.
Pura, yeah, that is true, yeah.
And I reckon Tui's is still out there. In Sydney, they like Tui's News.
Yeah, no one won't see it too. He's on tap in Victoria.
No.
I still see Linen House.
Yeah, Little
Around.
House is rocking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all the ones that are just like mad, like the Jayco people, like they're mad Saints.
Like Geldwen as well, right?
Geldwen.
Yeah.
Geldwen.
And yeah, I reckon Linen House, they just love Saints footy. When are they going to come out with some Saints footy dooners?
Oh.
They've never done it. Because that used to be a thing back in the day.
I used to have one. It was a
There you go.
horrendously low thread count. And it didn't like over.
It's like sandpaper.
I was, no, it was like polyester.
Yeah.
No.
It
We've
was-
got to get the Ahmed Saad action, get that 800 Egyptian cotton action. We need that. It
Comes with the free protein shake.
But I would always face the dilemma when I was going, do I want like a good night's sleep or do I want to have sleep under my Saints doona?
Morals or comfort.
Yeah, and so it was always the Saints doona and I regretted it every time.
Oh dear. I'd like to see, that come back. Because you boys would be too young for Dimmies. Can you remember Dimmies?
Dimmies, the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a defunct one near my house.
Yeah,
Not
there you go.
defunct, but like it just stank.
Soon to be defunct.
Yeah.
Nah, it was, it smelt. Yeah, anyway.
That was where you'd go and get like your Davenport boxer shorts, like the pajamas, the doona covers. So I feel like Linen House, I need to step up and get into the merch game. I reckon.
I had a face cloth. That just reminded me. Like I had a face cloth when I was, 4 or something. And it had it must have been like the Crusader Saint
Oh yeah.
on it. Like,
Oh, the one who's up like that?
yeah. And he's got like the silver helmet
Mhm.
or whatever. Like
Yeah.
very early noughties kind of
Yeah.
vibe.
That's a design that wasn't used much.
I mean,
It
it's
didn't
pretty
go
good.
anywhere.
Well, it's not coming back,
It's
apparently.
definitely not coming back according to Marshy, yeah.
Whoa, maybe he is.
Oh, maybe they're
Imagine
going
they
the other
go,
way.
imagine they go full Crusader. Yeah.
Imagine that.
They go, there's some kind of religious right wing on the board who've just like muscled their way into the graphic design of the logo.
And like the whole pregame next year is just overhauled. You have to run between like torch bearing blokes in helmets.
Yeah,
They sing hymns.
We all have to say a prayer before the game over the loudspeaker. Ollie has to read out a prayer.
You got to hold hands all the way around the ground.
Oh, I love that. But, yeah.
They give you free communion on the way into the gate.
Because like with the Hawks, they did they did the rebrand. They had like the real aggressive looking Hawk, and even Sydney did a good rebrand.
Mm.
Yeah.
I like that they got a real mean looking swan.
Yeah. I just don't want it to look too Americanized because the more I see it, I really don't like Tasmania's new logo.
I don't
hate
like
Tassie's
it.
one.
It's like a logo done on Fiverr.
Yeah.
It just looks so amateur.
And when you see their old one they had, it's like wouldn't cut it modern day, but like the the devil on it looks so much better.
That's
so
it.
much more.
And like even
For
Gold
sure.
Coast, they want to rebrand.
Oh,
they need one.
This is disgusting.
That was
It's
terrible.
So
I reckon I
bad.
could have whipped that up in year 5 on paint. I
Yeah.
reckon.
Yeah.
You literally just draw it without even looking.
And it's got that strange discoloring, that discolored kind of white on the front of it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To make it look like a sun shining on it, I think.
Oh, you
It
just
just-
like the
that's so
original
tech.
gradient
Yeah.
where they had like the sunbeams.
the sun. No, I mean, I think they still have it on the Oh, maybe I don't know. I don't
Because
know if they still have it.
they had the sunbeams coming out from the GC for the first like 4 or
Yeah.
5 years, and then they were like, "This is just."
Oh, so they've already done a rebrand.
Yeah,
so
they-
they've done 2.
They did like
yeah, so
a
they
mini
cared enough to
rebrand.
change that, but not go. There's a bigger problem here. Our whole logo.
Their song sucks.
Oh,
The song's
I don't mind the
terrible.
song.
Yeah,
The song's disgusting.
it's not disgusting, but it's
It
just
is disgusting.
no. It's just
100%.
like a kind of soulless kind of
That's
riff on
Yeah.
traditional footy
It's
songs.
not as soulless as West Coast's Birds of Tokyo.
Birds of Tokyo.
That has to be just the
That's
worst
flaccid.
thing that they've ever done.
I like their old one.
the old
Yeah.
one's all right.
It was all right. Yeah.
But-
it was just the remix no one asked for.
The Dockers have popped theirs up as well.
Yeah,
I hate where that's gone. I used to love the Freos. I considered supporting Freo when I was like 5, just because of their song.
Did Freo change their song?
A little bit, yeah. It's not as cool as it used to be
Mm.
back in my day.
But like, I feel like a song is truly judged on how the players sing it.
yeah,
Yeah.
And you listen to the way Gold Coast sing their song after winning after the siren and tell me their song isn't disgusting.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a fair call.
Because
Well,
at least our boys, if it's a good game, they'll do it. I feel like we do it properly. We don't like rush it or, some teams try and get real funky with it and just take the piss out of it.
And
I
we've
feel like
the,
we try to honour it a bit.
and we have the added element of having the one player who gets to sing "Oh, and the Saints."
If they don't
I'm so
blow
happy
it.
that it's Wilkie.
Yes.
Higo.
Poor
That was
Higo.
such a train wreck. That poor bloke. Like it's
Poor
like
guy.
literally one job.
Yeah.
You grew up as saying that you know this.
There's
you know this.
It's like 4 words in that line, like, come on, man.
yeah, exactly right. And he, not once but twice stuffed it up. And then, imagine getting the tap on the shoulder. It is. I'm sorry.
That's bad tap, isn't it? Yeah.
Because I hated it when Gresham did it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then when Gresham was out and Wilkie stood in and did it, it was like, he got it.
Milne's is my favourite back in the day.
Yeah, of course.
He gave it everything.
He gave it a good go.
But that's what Wilkie does.
Yep.
Wilkie really belts it out. Like
It is an important cultural role, isn't it, within the
it's
club?
massively important. That's why I reckon we were shit for so long because we had Gresham doing it.
Yeah, well,
Maybe we
hasn't
need,
worked that well.
we need the 44.
Well, got us into the finals last. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Well, no, 2020 was when Wilkie first took over because Gresham was out for ages in 2020. I think.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I don't know. Just
Interesting
felt like
theory.
we did well when Wilkie was doing it.
That is an interesting theory. Well, we'll move on to some games.
Yeah.
Finn's got one.
Yeah. I mean,
Reportedly.
this always goes well. So
It's a new one too.
it is a new one. So thinking caps on, boys. So the game's called Wavelength. Okay. So the idea is that I'm going to close my eyes and you guys are going to come up with a number between 1 and 10. So you just signal it to each other, right? So say your number is 7.
Mhm.
Okay. So I'm going to open my eyes. I'm going to ask you 3 questions each and you have to give an answer that would be like a 7 out of 10 to that question. So if I was like, give me a snack,
Yeah.
you might say like Oreos as like a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
And then-
that is so subjective, yeah.
After the end of the 6 questions, I have to try and guess what the number was that you guys came up with.
Okay. Cool.
All good?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm going
sure.
to close my eyes.
Okay. Yep.
All right. So I'll start with you, Marshy.
Yeah.
Give me an AFL club song.
And so, I'll just give you any song.
So any song that would be.
That's the rating that we've chosen.
The rating that okay, yes,
We've
okay,
chosen, yeah.
Now I'm playing. All right. I'm gonna go GWS.
Oh, okay.
I would. Okay.
Interesting response. Okay, Guy.
Yep.
Give me a Saints Guernsey. Like a Saints
Yeah.
Guernsey
Oh,
design.
Saints design
Yeah.
Guernsey. The 2020 home Guernsey.
The The 2020 home Guernsey. Is that the one that's got Deliveroo slapped on it? Yeah. Okay. Noted. All right. Marshy, I want a Saints player on their 2024 performance.
Wait, can you just close your eyes for a moment?
Yeah.
Give me a thumbs up or down. The number that we chose, is that good or bad?
It was out of 10, mate.
Oh,
Which, how have you guys fucked this up?
No, because when you said the G2O song, I was like, yeah.
Okay, I'll give you a redo on the club
Okay,
song.
club song. I think
Can I open my eyes?
you can open your eyes.
sorry.
I don't know how else is going to translate to audio, but Geelong song, I would say.
Okay. Come on, guys. All right, so
I'm not very good at games.
a Saints player based on the 2024 performance.
Still, like, I'm just shooting here. I reckon Butler.
I was thinking Butler as well.
Okay, yeah, that's good then.
Nice.
That's some wavelength. Guy, give me an AFL stadium.
Ooh. Marvel.
So I'm definitely getting a vibe from these answers. Marshy, give me an AFL mascot.
The blue man from the hovercraft.
I kind of rate that actually.
Yeah.
And then finally, Guy, give me a Saints season. So just like a year.
Oh, yeah. 2017.
Okay. All right. So from this, I'm definitely getting a very mid kind of vibe.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and go for 5.
You got it.
Really?
Well done.
What?
Well done.
Yes. That's some Saints
and you had to
wavelength.
overcome Marshy's.
I still don't
Understanding.
know. I don't know how we got there. But good game.
Well done, boys. I mean, even if you did it without knowing, you still did it. So
So what were we communicating? I was on
So
number
I
5.
said 5 like this, and you went like that back. So I was like, this guy knows number 5.
Because you
Man.
double pumped. I thought you gave us a 10. So I was
the
trying to
GWS.
clarify.
You're holding it out like
I was
that.
clarifying. I was like, yeah.
I've got 2 hands for it. I'll just go
That's-
like that for 2 hands for 10.
Oh, good. Yeah, all right.
that's incredible. So
And then you also, the second time you said, Finn, close your eyes, then you made no hand signals again.
No,
you
I
just
said, give me a
started
thumbs
talking.
up or down. Thumbs up or down if what this did was bad or good.
So yeah, the premise of the game is to non-verbally communicate a number.
Well, I tried.
And you guys
and he just
couldn't
wouldn't
even
listen.
manage that.
I was doing my best. I just had an involuntary twitch and double pump.
Double pumps. You fucking.
Well, no, we got there
Against
We did,
all,
that was nice.
much like the Saints in 1933, you've overcome all odds and won.
with clearly some serious head injuries from you blokes.
Well, if North was all knocked out as well, that's us. Okay, so I thought, I would do some shameless nostalgia baiting for the game against Geelong this week.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have to name the St Kilda lineup from round 14, I think 2016, when we beat Geelong by 3 points under the dome.
We've got Stuff there.
Yep, but so this is the game where Gresham steps
Yeah,
around
I was gonna
Lonergan
say
to kick
that's
the goal. So
Gresham
Gresham and
is
Stuv were playing.
Match winner. I mean,
Bruce.
yeah, Bruce.
Yes.
Surely Rue was in that side.
Revolt, yes.
Tim Embry.
Yes, he was. I have the list of players. So it's going to take me a little bit longer.
Are you checking them off? Or are we in
I'm gonna
deep
remember.
trouble?
I'm gonna remember.
Is that still Sam Gilbert?
Yeah, Gilbo was playing.
Jack Billings.
Yes. Hang on.
Probably injured.
Nah, no Billings.
Oh, shit. How many strikes do we get?
No, you don't.
Okay.
Gives me.
Who would have been our ruckman at the time?
I've got a guess.
Mm-hmm.
Hickey.
Oh yeah.
Definitely Hickey.
Did we go Twin Towers? Was Billy Longer playing as well?
No.
Oh,
I would have given you that clue. Yeah. No.
Newsy.
Yeah, News is
Doctor. Yeah, that would have been midway of his straight.
Probably, yeah.
Are we going
200
to
on-
Laney?
Oh.
That's a great pick. He's there.
Oh, he's
well
there.
done. Because
Key
that was the
back.
most surprising name when I opened that up.
I
Opened this
love
up.
Luke Delaney.
Okay, if that's the most surprising name,
The rest should be easy for
yeah, we should be in good stead.
Just name the stalwarts.
Sam
and then-
Fisher? I'm not Sam Fisher. Dempster. Shawnee Dempster would have been playing.
No Dempster.
Oh, no.
Must have been injured.
Gears must be in that side.
Gears is definitely there. Leading by example as per.
Yeah. Webster.
Yes.
Minchington.
The meatball is in. Yes.
Oh,
I think he kicked 3
huge.
goals.
Yeah, he was on. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I remember one time against Geelong Party. Yeah.
I had a soft spot for the meatball.
Goodness gracious, meatballs on fire. That was his him.
That's probably what made him leave.
Turn it up, guy.
Turn it up.
It's all 29 chance about Darren Minchington. We say. Turn it up.
Who else would have been there?
I'm trying to think of numbers.
Sebastian.
Sebastian is playing. Yes.
Shawnee Dempster.
No. Already been mentioned.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Did you say Sean Dempster?
Mhm.
Oh, it's my bad.
Let's focus on defenders.
So we've said we've got Delaney,
You've
Gears,
got Delaney,
Webster,
Gears, Gilbo, Nunes, Webster.
Nunes.
There's a couple.
Fisher's finished up.
Fish,
Well
no
then.
Fisher, yep. He was busy in his side hustle.
Yeah. This is in the Kelvinator game.
That Fisher and Peichel.
Dude.
Oh, God, this is tough.
Oh,
Big booming kick.
Oh, Savage.
Macho Man.
Savage, yeah.
Oh, you.
Macho Man.
Yeah.
Was Blakers in that side?
Blakers was in this side, yes.
Oh, good pickup. I miss him.
There's
Oh.
another defender.
Oh, another defender. I mean, I've just thought of Dunstan, but
Dunstan's in there, yep.
yeah. Another defender.
Another running half back
Running half back.
Wasn't Savage.
who was good.
Who was good.
One of my favourites. Had an unfortunate end to his career.
Oh. Oh, that's a noodle scratcher.
No, okay, he came from Freo.
Oh, Dylan.
Dill.
Robbo.
Let's
Oh,
get Robertson.
man, what could have been?
Rob-
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh.
Actually, one of the most heartbreaking
Yeah.
ends to a career I've
brutal.
seen, I reckon.
I was at that game in Geelong.
To Geelong, at
So
Geelong where he
scary,
collapsed.
Yeah.
That looked terrible, yeah.
Jesus.
Loved Robertson.
So is that the defenders?
That's the defenders mostly done, yet. All done, yep. So
All right.
let's go a couple more midfielders.
Any like real young guns?
I don't know about guns.
Was Saunders playing?
Oh.
No, Saunders was not playing.
Stiff. And we had Maverick.
You did, yeah, we did
Oh,
have
Maverick.
Yeah,
yes.
2016 Mav.
2016 is just like Dustin Martin.
I'm pretty sure he
Brownlow
got like
year.
a gold card in the footy packs the next year based on that one year.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
He was actually awesome.
He was elite.
He was like roided up Liam Stocker.
Is there any like what's left on the table? Any like really
There are a couple.
outlandish names?
A couple, yeah.
Jason Holmes.
No, not super. No, no.
Okay.
There's a real old stalwart as well who you've missed.
Oh, it's Joey. It's got to be
It's
Joey.
Joey. Yeah,
Oh,
correct.
Is Farron Ray still kicking?
No, no. I think Farron was playing for Baldwin at this stage. I watched him play local footy one game.
Yeah.
He played at my club, and I've never seen a bloke just less interested in getting the football. Even like we would just keep yelling out stuff to him, and he'd just keep waving at us, like behind the play.
And it would probably still keep coming to him because he's.
Yeah, no, I don't think he touched it that much.
Oh,
I
okay.
think they sacked. Oh, he left or they sacked him or whatever. He was getting a fat paycheck, which is
Yeah.
good for him.
Yeah.
What mids have we left out on the table?
Big this bloke was leading the Brownlow for a few rounds in the year before. Midfielder, barrel chest, Queenslander.
Chest. Queenslander.
Armo.
Armo,
Oh, yeah. He was good.
Big armor.
Darmitage, Fords.
So
We've only got a couple left. Actually, you've only got 2 players left,
in the whole team.
And their
Hold.
forwards.
and they were Fords. One was a bit of a utility, but I think he was playing forward on this occasion.
That's tough.
Come on, boys.
Oh,
so one
was Paddy McCartan in
Paddy
the side?
McCartan. Yep,
Of
that's one.
course.
Yep.
The other one's a
Yeah.
real obscure one.
Skill.
Looks like he would hang out at skate parks.
Oh, Eli.
No,
Shenton. No.
no.
Oh, I love Shenton.
Along those lines.
Oh, what's his name? Not Saunders, the other one. It's similar name.
Tom Lee.
No. No. Oh,
Brody.
it's Nathan Wright.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Well done.
We did it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I saw a picture. I was thinking about him on the drive in, as you do,
Yeah.
and I remember seeing a picture of him in like a monster cap back in the day.
That's peak.
He
So-
was good, Nathan Wright. It was just fast. He was really
He was
fast.
very fast. Yeah, couldn't kick.
Couldn't kick.
That was like a top 25 pick that we
Yeah.
essentially flushed away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. We got there.
It's a bit of fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Trip down
Yeah.
memory lane.
It was an easier one for me to follow.
Bloody hell.
We got there. Nice.
So yeah, I don't know. What are we thinking about this Geelong game? Like
I reckon we're doing them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last home game for the season.
we have it. Yeah, we did them later in the season last year.
That was a great game.
And
that was
we
lots of
lost
fun.
to them earlier this season. Well, that was our first game, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
Down there. And we gave it a good show. We could nearly have won that one.
Yeah.
I was disappointed we left Cardinia without the Bickies. So we owe these pricks.
That loss was like, we're a good team. We'll get our wins eventually.
Yeah. It felt like that. Oh,
Don't panic, everyone. We're still good.
yeah.
Yeah.
K Park's an outlier. You can't take
Yeah.
anything away from that.
Yeah.
And then we
God.
butter up and just belt Collingwood like the next week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're
Saints
on.
are all right.
Yeah.
Alas.
God, rest in peace, those aspirations.
But
Look-
we can poop on their party.
Yeah.
That's always good.
Yeah, the party's not primed to be pooped that much though. They're kind of in a pretty solid position,
Yeah.
which is annoying.
Would it be better to poop Carlton's party?
It's much better to poop Cullen's party.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at it from a draft perspective as well. And thanks to Adelaide on the weekend, we got a free hit with our win. But so that was from the bottom end, but coming from the top, we're now 4 points off both the Suns and Melbourne, and they play each other this week.
Oh no!
So I think
dear.
it's not in our best interest.
The number
to
5
win.
pick is at stake.
Yeah, it's not
So
in our
are
best
we
interest to win both.
currently with pick 5?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so there's Adelaide and then the 3 below that.
Yeah.
So that's pick 5, which will end up being pick 6 because of
Oh,
fucking
Levi Ashcroft,
Yeah.
who
Um,
ran around for Brisbane's VFL team on the weekend and racked up 35 touches.
yeah.
That'd
and
be
then
nice.
declared, yeah.
I think we had Elwood Peckett run around for Sandy.
Yeah.
He had a good showing, didn't he?
I think he got like 15, had 2 behinds.
Yeah, we're getting a meaty haul through Peckett and the NGA lads. So
Is it
Which
is it
one?
Cole?
Cole, yeah,
the
that
Cole train
Coltrane.
The Coltrane, that's good, yeah.
Yeah.
and this other fella. But Cole train's meant to be really good. Like project. Just a specimen.
I've
Remember
seen
that
videos
bloke?
of him. He's huge.
Yeah, remember that bloke who is like the States, like an American player, and they called him like the Beast, and he played for North. He never played a game.
Eric Wallace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
I really
huge.
wanted us to get him, just like this powerful unit. That's who I reckon the Coltrane is, but he's going to be better. Like,
So we got Jason Holmes.
oh mate, Holmes was good, and I love the fact that
Jeez, you're generous. You're a generous
he
man.
played one game and got like 50 hitouts.
That photo of him where he's like halfway up to the roof is crazy.
yeah,
That one photo where
I don't
like, from
remember
his,
this.
he just had a
his
poor
first tap
attitude.
out.
Unfortunately,
He had what? Sorry.
he had a poor attitude.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, if you're a big time American bloke, St Kilda's not the club for you. Let's
But
be
I just
real.
love the fact that don't worry about Mason Cox. Trivia nights will always go, who was the first USA born player? And it is
Yeah.
Jason Holmes.
That is a good trivia.
That's a good nugget.
Trivia stat. Yeah.
He's a real estate agent now, actually.
Really?
I looked him
Jason.
up. Yeah, I looked him up for one of my posts
he
a
drop
while
the
ago.
L?
And
In Australia.
I think so. Yeah.
Really?
And there's
Oh.
his LinkedIn profile, and he's looking all sharp and
So
professional.
Jason Holmes sells homes.
Holmes
We-
Glen.
that is a Nathan level joke from you.
I know.
That is the pipeline, isn't it? AFL player into real estate agent.
Yeah. To no.
Well, that's how they got Dylan Shield, Essendon, because they had, was it Laycock or an old Essendon player? No, the other one.
Jason Laycock.
Yeah, Jason Laycock.
a
No,
great
it's
name.
the other one. It's another one. Like, not. Anyways, he runs like a property empire and promised Dylan Shield a job and just real, dodgy brothers stuff. And that's why he chose Essendon over Saints.
Oh.
And now we're going to get him.
Wasn't it
for
Essendon over Carlton?
Oh, we were in the mix.
Yeah.
We're in the mix.
We're in the
yeah.
mix.
We just can't hang with the.
I'm so glad we didn't get him though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I hope
Like,
we
we
don't
would have
get
been
him again.
Well, we still could.
Could you imagine if we got him in the end? And like, no disrespect to Dylan, but he hasn't really played like
No.
that kind of a big deal player, like
Yeah.
800K or whatever it was. It was a lot of money. Could you imagine how much we would have been more crucified for that than we would have been for Hanbury? Because at least
Yeah.
Hanbury, even though his
There's nothing
body
else.
was done, he had a body of work to suggest that
Yeah.
he could play.
He had
Yeah.
runs on the board
Yeah.
for sure.
I mean, nothing else to spend our cat money on at that time.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have like helped us massively if we didn't get Hanbury. I don't think there'd be nothing else to spend it on.
I want more information on our war chest. I want to get an audit on our war chest.
Get Callum
On our
Wilkie on the job.
watches.
Yeah, I want Wilkie to just give us Saints members just a rundown of the war chest because apparently it is burgeoning. It's just bulging. It's throbbing. It's like the biggest in the comp. So I want to know.
You should be able to. You should be able to cash in parts of your salary cap for draft picks.
Yeah.
They're talking about bringing that in, aren't they?
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
I haven't heard anything about it for a while, but like that's something we need. Like we just
Yeah.
don't have. No one wants to. Who is worth that much money wants to play for us.
Yeah. So we just get the ones that have no choice.
Yeah. Get them while they're young.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
Indoctrinate
Liam Henry, who was just indoctrinated by Ross at a very young age, and Brad Hill.
them.
He's probably regretting he didn't go to Hawthorn now.
Oh, definitely.
He would fit them perfectly as well.
Well, you know, onus is on those young blokes as well to make that culture that they want to see too. Because
yeah,
I think our leaders at the club at the moment are very head down, introverted types, which is great. Like
Yeah.
it's actions, not words kind of thing. But if you want to build that more fun, you know, extroverted culture, you gotta be the ones to push that change.
We're going to do it our way. And I think, time will tell, but we've got the pieces there. It's just, I don't know.
Just don't
we've just
saint
got
it
a
up.
big summer. We just don't saint it up, please. Because, we need a big summer, a bit of luck, and some shrewd list management decisions.
we need a midfield. Do we investigate Dylan Shield for
Oh,
next year as a stopgap?
I want him.
No. Oh, you want him now?
I do. Because he's been good.
He has been good, yeah.
Like the last
But-
few games, he's actually played really well. And I think he'd be sort of an upgrade on a Sebastian at the minute. I think.
he's probably
He's had a very big slowdown. It's just like,
Yeah, he's probably done, isn't he?
Do you reckon blokes at the club would be too happy if a club stalwart got pushed aside for Dylan Shield?
Oh,
yeah, like Sebastian. Well, I think it comes down to his body. I think his body's perhaps not too good.
he's
so,
he's had big
Right.
calves and stuff as well.
I reckon he would have something to say about it because I'd like to see Sebastian stay in a off-field role.
Definitely. Yeah.
But I
Does
don't
seem
know.
like a lovely bloke.
But then again, I'd like him to play. I like Sebastian, so I don't really care. There's a
If you're losing both Seb and Crouch at the end of this year.
Crouch. That's the one. 'Cause
Yeah.
Crouch is done.
Yeah. And then you've
Unfortunately.
just kind of got.
Is that confirmed? Well, not officially, obviously, but your inside. What's your inside mail telling you?
My inside mail is saying that he hasn't played since round 2 or round 1.
Yeah.
It's not looking good. They've said it in the papers and that, and we have the fact that he's TBC like last week, and there's like 3 games to go.
Yeah.
It's
Pretty
Is
grim.
it one of
I
those,
think
like,
they're
degenerative-
working it out. And that's why we've sucked this year because he was huge last
It's
year.
so important.
Yeah,
So important.
really underrated.
Absolutely,
around the
frees up
comp.
Steele and like last year, like Steele was playing through a fair bit of injury, but Crouch was able to sort of help him along, take that burden. Steele's been flying this year,
Just
but
no
he's
one.
had to just then go back to the Steele of old and just carry a whole midfield.
Yeah, it's just doing it
So
himself.
imagine if he had 2023 Brad Crouch this year. I reckon we're winning a few more
might,
games.
yeah. Well, maybe a couple of those close ones we get over the line.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It feels very almost parallel to Paddy Cripps of a few years ago,
Yeah.
kind of battling with injuries, battling with being the only bloke pulling a team along. And, you know, we saw what happened to Paddy after that. So it'd be cool to see Steele.
If we could just draft a Sam Walsh, that'd be real
Yeah,
handy.
that would be nice.
Oh, yeah. I'd like that.
But yeah, like I don't know if you get Philippines looks so good second half of the year. All I want is to see that boy play,
Yeah.
and it's been taken away from me.
I thought that was your page initially, the Mateus Filippo enthusiast.
I don't think I've seen that, to be honest.
Oh, no?
Nah.
It's Nathan, isn't it?
Is it? No. The Sad's like.
I think he's.
Oh, I thought you were saying there's a separate one called Mateus Philippi
There
fan
is.
page.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, is that Nathan's as well?
I reckon our boys double parked at the minute.
Yeah, God.
It's got a lot of media obligations.
It's got a genuine parasocial relationship. I wouldn't want Mateus to meet Nathan for his own sake. Like, that would just be a double negative.
Oh, can we do that?
No.
We can tee it up. Yeah.
We got to get Poopy on here and not tell Nathan and just see what happens.
Oh, that would be too good. Yeah.
Would any AFL or would any St Kilda player just understand, or not understand, but like just react well to this situation talking to us?
I'd say so. Yeah. Yeah,
They'd just be bewildered.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, it's all good.
That'd be fun, yeah. Anyway,
yeah, let's work it out. Get Philip Mateus on.
Yeah, any Saints players watching, hit us up. All right, that'll do us. Get to the game, all that stuff Nathan usually says. And yeah, we'll see you next week. Thanks for coming, Marshy. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thanks
cheers,
for having us,
Marshy.
gentlemen. It was
Played
a lot
well.
of fun. Been listening from afar and you boys have been killing it. Love it.
Awesome. Good
Cheers,
to
mate.
hear. All right, go Saints then.
Go
That's
Saints.
the Sainers.